Is President Trump about to go around Congress and pass a stimulus plan of his own executive actions to cut payroll taxes, extend eviction moratoriums, enhanced unemployment benefits, all of those things? Yes, according to my sources inside the White House at this hour, that is very much on the table. And Larry Kudlow, just a few minutes ago, speaking out about this, he said, if you don't believe that the president is about to do this, that he is going to... Larry Kudlow speaking out just a few minutes, he said, the president is not bluffing on this issue. And you better believe this is about to happen. With Congress ending negotiations last night after a 3-hour meeting, they're not getting back together right now. Those negotiations on the stimulus have all but collapsed. Is the president of the United States about to do this unilaterally? And they've been talking with White House legal counsel about whether or not they can pull this off. And you better believe this is about to happen, folks. I mean, look at the poll numbers. The president's poll numbers are in the toilet. He's down in Florida, a state that he won and beat Hillary Clinton. He's down in Michigan. They've given up their ad spend in Michigan. They are not running television ads in Michigan any longer. That tells you everything you need to know about Michigan. Joe Biden has doubled his ad spend in Michigan. He is down in Minnesota. He's down in Nevada. He's down in Arizona. He's, hurting in Texas. That state is somehow even in play at this moment, a red state. They're down in Pennsylvania. No president has won the presidency in 100 years on the Republican side without having won Florida. The president needs a Hail Mary at this moment. And I've been saying this for weeks. If I were the president of the United States, I would absolutely use the power of the bully pulpit, come out, grab the microphone and say, you know what, Congress, good cop, bad cop, Congress, you guys are worthless right now. Mitch McConnell, you want to take vacations? Look, he won the presidency in 2016 by smashing the Republican establishment. He went after George W. Bush and that whole band of Mary Bush supporters.
Obviously, the war in Iraq was a big, fat mistake, all right? Now, you can take it any way you want, and it took Jeb Bush, if you remember at the beginning of his announcement, when he announced for president, took him 5 days. He went back. It was a mistake. It wasn't a mistake. Took him 5 days before his people told him what to say. And he ultimately said it was a mistake.
He went after the war in Iraq and Afghanistan, right? That's what propelled him into office. And I think he's forgotten that. And I think now this might be this Hail Mary moment for the president. That this is one chance he's got before early voting starts in about 40 days in North Carolina and other states. If he doesn't do something quick, he is going down in flames. This presidency is done, and they know that they have to pull out all stops at this moment, and a Hail Mary pass in the form of their own stimulus plan is exactly what the doctor ordered if he can pull it off. Here's Larry Kudlow saying the president is not bluffing. Listen.
Well, the president is looking very, very carefully, and I've been engaged in this with others, about it using executive authority to take up the slack. If the Democrats, the other side, doesn't want to make a deal, and we really don't seem to be making much progress. Maybe the tone was better a few days ago, but nothing but disappointment. So the president is looking for a payroll tax cut. He's looking for administrative actions to keep the eviction moratorium in place. He's also looking at executive authorities to reform unemployment, to provide a benefit for reemployment, a retention credit for employers, and a benefit for reemployment for the workforce. Those are essential items on his list. People should not believe the president is bluffing on using his executive authority. He is not bluffing. And since we can't seem to get a deal done with the other team right now, he will take his executive authority to the fullest.
That's right. And where things stand right now between Republicans and Democrats, Republicans and Democrats last night meeting for 3 hours, ended their negotiations. Mark Meadows, Nancy Pelosi, Stephen Mnuchin, and Chuck Schumer. Remember, there was no Mitch McConnell in those meetings. The Senate Majority Leader has been basically edged out or marginalized himself in these negotiations. And the White House wanted a smaller, skinnier bill. Nancy Pelosi calls it an anorexic bill. They want a big ticket, $3.4 trillion in spending. They want state and local government aid, money for landlords, rental assistance, eviction moratoriums, unemployment benefits at $600 per week that don't expire, all of that. And Republicans on their side in Congress don't want any of that. They want a very narrow version of that. They want direct stimulus checks. They're willing to compromise on the unemployment benefits piece, but there's a whole lot of things in there that they do not want. They do not want to spend that much money. So I believe it's the good cop, bad cop scenario, President Trump riding in, and we could see some sort of executive action happening as soon as this weekend if Congress does not get its act together. Remember, the Senate is about to go on their vacation. Senate Republicans are set for recess today, August 7th. House Democrats have said no vacation until we get this done. That is the very latest in breaking news from Washington that the president is pulling out all stops right now, firming up a plan on payroll tax cuts that could come by executive order from the White House. Smash this like button and subscribe to our channel. We'll see you next time, everyone.